Applauding this announcement online, others are criticizing it deeply, and some are actually holding off until they know a little bit more.
Our Julie O'Neill is on your side now. She's here with a better understanding of what the company means by assault-style rifles. Julie, you've been doing a lot of homework today.
Yeah, sure have. I spoke with veteran and weapon expert Jim Butler about the difference between so-called assault-style weapons and other semi-automatic weapons Dick's Sporting Goods still has for sale.
The semi-automatic starts with the M1 Garand, and that's World War II.
Veteran Jim Butler says as our troops were using this, the Germans were developing a rifle that was both semi and fully automatic called a Sturmgewehr.
Their terminology for it was storm rifle, but the Soviet forces called it an assault rifle. So that's where the term first came out with.
It's a term some call the AR-15, which the military started using during Vietnam, but Butler says it's just a term.
AR stands for Armalite 15, doesn't stand for assault rifle, doesn't stand for automatic rifle. They're not an assault rifle until someone uses them to assault someone.
The military model AR-15 can fire continuously with one trigger pull, but civilian models are semi-automatic, meaning one round fired per trigger pull. So in terms of difference between harm that could be done, this is the AR-15. These are both AR-15s. They look scarier. But this is also a semi-automatic rifle.
Correct.
And semi-automatic rifles like it are still being sold on the Dick's Sporting Goods website.
The caliber of the round in the AR-15 is larger, has greater range and knockdown power. That's the only real difference. It still fires semi-automatically. You can still fire it as quickly as you can the AR-15.
Now, I got into much greater detail with Jim Butler in my Facebook Live with him today, which is still on WCPO's Facebook page as well as mine. And I'll say to the both of you, you know, I think there was a lot of interest today, and then especially when he explained the difference between that semi-automatic and other semi-automatics, which can do really just as much harm in the right circumstances.
And a lot of this comes down to optics, because obviously if you look at an AR-15 and depending what parts and components you have attached to it, it can look very militarized.
Yes.
Let's say from being in the military and having shot the M16 for years and other weapons. Obviously that big difference is that switch that go to auto and the magazine capacity, whereas you can shoot 15 rounds, the other semi-automatic rifles Dick's is still shooting typically around 10 rounds.
Now, we did notice on Dick's website, the rounds that they're selling are like 10 round, at the most 15.
Right.
So you're not seeing the 30 round magazines, and that could make a difference in how quickly someone can do damage.
The bottom line is it's also nuanced, and you really have to pay attention.
You do. You have to know the details and not just fall for, you know, the perception of what some of this is as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Our thanks to Jim Butler.